Is your voter registration still active? It might seem like a simple question, but the reality is that millions of Americans could find themselves unexpectedly removed from voter rolls. Let's look at the facts to find out why this happens and what you can do about it. First, it's important to understand that voter lists are regularly updated to maintain their accuracy. States remove voters who have moved, passed away, or are otherwise ineligible. However, some states take a more aggressive approach, purging voters simply because they haven't voted in recent elections. This practice, known as voter roll purging, can lead to the erroneous removal of hundreds of thousands of voters each year. For example, in Florida, if you haven't voted in 2 consecutive general elections, you could be sent a notice and eventually removed from the voter rolls if you don't respond and don't vote in the next 2 elections. In Georgia, the process starts after 5 years of inactivity, followed by a notice and potential removal if you don't vote in the next 2 elections. So does your state aggressively purge voters? Here's a list of states that initiate removal from voter registration lists based solely on a voter's inactivity: Alaska, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Idaho, Illinois, Kansas, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, New Hampshire, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Dakota, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. These purges disproportionately impact voters from historically underrepresented backgrounds, including minority communities and low-income voters who may not vote in every election. This makes it even more critical to ensure your registration is active, especially if you live in a state with aggressive purging policies. So what can you do? It's simple. Check your voter registration status regularly, especially if you haven't voted in the last few elections. You can do this easily by following the instructions on the USA.gov website, which I've linked in the video description. Remember to check your registration information well before your state's registration deadline, which could be up to 30 days before the election. The bottom line, don't assume your voter registration is active just because you haven't moved or changed your name. In some states, voter inactivity alone can result in your removal from the rolls. Thanks for watching, and remember to be curious and stay informed. I'll see you next time.